Good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year. Is it happy? It's a cold New Year, right? But I guess that's to be expected. Plenty of space to practice in, non-slip floor, everything to where you are comfortable. Have your tea, coffee, whatever you need to keep you going. We're going to start a little bit differently to how we normally start. I want you to try and warm up your hands first of all. Nice and warm, okay? And then we're going to take these warm hands and we're going to try and warm the kidney area. Give the kidneys a good rub. Maybe you need the backs of the hands to do that. Okay, if your fingertips are cold or if this is a bit of a reach, you can use the backs of the hands and just give the kidneys a good rub, a good massage. Get them nice and cozy. Okay, we're going to put the hands either on the hips or in the small of the back, only if your hands are warm. Let's do some nice circles around here. I am going to say good morning though. Good morning to Lynn. Hello to you. Alan, good morning. Good to be back, isn't it? Hello to Jean as well, and Alison, Joyce also, and Yola. My goodness. And whoever else is out there. Hello to you guys. Relax those hips. Relax through the neck and the shoulders. There's a lot of tension that creeps in when it's cold out there. The blood doesn't flow to the extremities quite so well, so we need to just pay attention, breathe, try and soften through the body as much as you can. We're going to go in the other direction. Little bit of a stretch through. Try to feel the movement through the lower back, through the kidney area. Get some mobility through these hips. Everything moving. Feel how the weight shifts that little bit on the feet as well. Okay. All right. Good. We're going to take loose fists and we're just going to tap through the body. See if we can get some good circulation going. Now, there is a direction, of course, to our channels in the body, all of these meridians, and ideally we would come down into the palm of the hand and up the outside. If you forget, it doesn't matter. Your blood will still flow. It still encourages the blood to flow, and if the blood flows well, that helps the chi flow. They are the yin and yang of each other, all the way to the extremities. Let's do the other side. And we want to try and get the blood to flow. We want these warm fingers, warm toes. Loose fist. Everything moving. Lizzie, good morning to you. Hello. Okay, we're going to take these loose fists. We're going to start in at the lower back, just above the hips. We're going to come into the hip joints, right in the hollow in here. Okay, we're going to come down the outside of the legs, just as far as you can, comfortably. Okay, then we're going to come up the inside, around the hip, and start again. Okay, down the outside, up the inside. Let's go again, one more time. Okay, good. Shake one leg, shake the other leg. All right, we are going to stand with the feet just a little bit apart. We're going to bring the arms up, soften those shoulders, open, expanding to the fingertips, down to the toes. We're going to come back and down. Happy New Year to Louise too. Hello. Okay, let's breathe in and expand through the whole body to the extremities. Breathing out. Nice and soft. We can bend the knees as we come down. And again, stretch, expand, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. We've tried to get our circulation going. Breathe out. Let's let it flow from the core of our body out to the extremities, fingers and toes. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, very nice. Let's take our fingertips. We're going to put the fingertips to our shoulders. Take these elbows and let them come up, out, and around. Okay? Just trying to get some mobility through these shoulders and let the rib cage move as well. Okay, so stabilize yourself on the ground. We're not pushed upright, but we're going to move through the rib cage, if you like, opening, squeezing the shoulder blades together and closing, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Yeah. Okay, let's go in the other direction, rolling in, open, and down. Nice big circles. Open, in and down. Okay, all right, good. We're just going to do a little bit of movement through the legs, then we'll take one side, push these toes back, let the weight sink, okay? So again, trying to feel these toes, get the circulation going, get the movement going. Each toe, really try and feel each one by one. Push, release. Okay, then we're going to go through the ankle, nice and soft, nice and loose. It helps your lymphatic system as well. Just pump all the toxins out, going up the way. We're going to go through the knee, nice and soft. We tend to be less mobile in the winter time. It's no bad thing. It is good to slow down this time of year. Let's move through the hip. But we still need to get some movement going. It's the movement that helps the energy exchange, right? We take all the good nutrients in, we want the waste to go out. Okay, nice and steady. If you can, we're going to come up and open. One more. Okay, good. Same on the other side. Let's start with these toes. One by one through these toes. feeling each one. Pressure and release. Okay. Good. Ankle. Get nice and soft. Easing any tension. Soft through the knee. And the hip. Stretch. And again, if you're nice and steady, up and out. Okay. All right. Good. So we're just going to stand for a moment. Bring your feet underneath the hip joints. Okay. Feel the pressure of the ground against your foot. Feel where the weight of your body rests through your foot. Trying to get that nice and evenly placed through all points of contact. The arches of the feet are nice and light. Let's soften the feet. Relax. The body neatly stacked over your feet. And as we breathe, try and release tension in the body. Tension in the body is almost like fighting gravity. We kind of lift ourselves away from the ground. But retaining our structure, not collapsing. If we can soften, we can open. And it's as though we regain this connection, the weight sinking, connecting to the ground. Letting go, letting go. We're going to take a deep breath. Breathing in, lift tall through the top of the crown. Keeping it there, breathe out. Feel the body hanging beneath. The weight, again, sinking down, everything open and light. And breathing deep breaths into the belly. Okay. Begin to clasp the hands. Slowly raising the hands overhead, just rotating through the shoulders. Keep the shoulders soft. Let them sink. Palms up. Breathing in, pushing up with the hands, down with the feet. Breathing out, relax, release. Okay, let's twist from the ground up, coiling round. And we come back. Yes, Kiki is still here. Let's twist. And coming back. Okay, we're going to lift and extend, reaching over. Try and relax through the neck and the shoulders. Okay, let's come back. Lift and extend. And again, breathe, relax the body. Okay, let's come back. Letting go. Feel that release. All right, very nice. Let's gently come around and tap at the lower back. So again, we're coming into this kidney area at the back. If we can, keep these kidneys nicely warmed up as much as possible without being too rough with them. Nice and gentle. Let's come out on the heel. And then coming in on the toe. Okay, all right, very, very good. So let's grab our cups of tea or whatever we have going. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the opening and closing movements from the Faulkner stress management routines. These are part of the Dao Yin Yang Shen Gong system. And these movements, well, first of all, they're just really, really nice to do. It's all about gathering energy, getting the circulation of blood and qi going, and then this return back to your center at the end. And we're going to look at these today, and then after this, when we do our live stream, we'll be looking at some other movements, but whatever movement we do, we're going to do it in a nice little set, a nice little routine where we will have our opening movements from the stress management routine to begin with, then whatever move we might have practiced on that day, and then the closing movements. So here they are. All right, let's pop this back down. The opening movement is called Tai Chi breathing. Now, Tai Chi means the great extremes. Just like breathing in and breathing out, just like being the human being in contact with the earth, surrounded by the heavens. And of course, when we breathe, we have this, again, this energy exchange going on. We breathe in, the body takes that oxygen and utilizes that. That comes all the way down, flows through our body to every cell. And then when we breathe out, hopefully all the toxins are taken out. Now, this is the idea of this, but we're not always as efficient with this as we might be. Now, when we do, well, I was going to say when we do our QIGONG, yes, of course, when we do our QIGONG, but when we do our living, when we are just alive and trying to be as well as we possibly can, you can do an awful lot for yourself by just good breath work. And of course, breathing is something that we're not always conscious of, which is just as well. We've got other things to be doing. But if we can create good habits within the body, then when we breathe unconsciously, those habits take over in our body and help good breathing practice. Good alignment is important for this as well. You know, if we're kind of scrunched up or whatever's going on, then it's very difficult for our diaphragm to move. And one of the big things that we really want to do is to try and get our diaphragm to move as much as possible. Now, if we just stand for a moment, we're going to stand with the feet just about sort of shoulder to hip width apart, not terribly wide. And I want us to be just a little bit soft in the body. Let the pelvis drop. So we're softening through the legs that little bit. And if you place one hand below your navel and the other hand just above, the first thing that we're going to do is just try and feel our breath, okay? And the idea is that when we breathe in, we try and feel as though the breath is not just filling the lungs, it's as though it's being drawn down to fill the belly. The belly expands. And then when we breathe out, we're going to soften and let go. Okay? So just a few times, feel what's going on with your body. Breathing in, fill the belly. Breathing out, letting go. And as you breathe in, the diaphragm is drawn down. And it puts some pressure on the belly. It fills the lungs. When you breathe out, the diaphragm moves back up again. Now, there's a lot going on when we breathe. If we have the diaphragm moving, we have this nice massage on all of these internal organs. Just this movement just from our breath. Now, there's a lot, unfortunately, though, that hinders the movement of the diaphragm, particularly if we have pressure and tensions in our body and through the rib cage. And this is where the movement of this first exercise, the Tai Chi breathing, comes from or helps us with. So we'll keep our feet as they are. We're going to open through these arms. So already we're opening across the top here. Hello to Catherine, hello, and to Klaus as well. Wonderful. Let's open, 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 and feel an expansion through the rib cage as these arms come up. They're going to come up all the way overhead. So we're having a little stretch through the rib cage here. Keep the shoulders down. We don't want to be up. We want a soft rib cage, soft shoulders. Then we bend at the wrist, and then we're going to come down with these arms. And as we come down, feel as though the rib cage is almost pulling the arms down. So the body is moving the arms. Okay, let's go again. Open, expand. Feel an openness through this rib cage. We've got this openness, we're expanding back, up, over, and then pull the rib cage down and the arms sink. Now we're going to shift a little bit with the weight backwards and forwards as well. So from here, bring the weight onto the ball of the foot. Push the ball of the foot into the ground. These arms roll back, so we have a stretch with the legs. We have a stretch with these arms expanding through the rib cage. Take the pressure off the ball of the foot. We're not leaning. We're still nice and steady, and we're soft as we sink down. Okay, again, breathe in. As we expand, the diaphragm draws down. Breathe out as we're nice and soft and sinking. So again, observe that weight shift. Push the ball of the foot into the floor as we expand. Stretching the legs, stretching the arms, stretching the body. Release that pressure from the ball of the foot. Breathing out, sinking down. Okay, breathing in. Feel the breath through the whole body. Breathing out. Now, technically, we only do 4 of these if we've stepped out on one side. And on the 4th one, we bring the feet together. So we would breathe in. I'm going to be mirror image. So bringing your weight over to your right, feet together, breathe out. So if we do this on the other side, of course, the first one we step out. So we would sink, step to your right and expand, breathing in, breathing out. Feel the movement to the extremities as we stretch and open, breathing out, soft, relaxed, feel the belly. This is our 3rd one. We breathe in, breathe out. Again, on the 4th one, we're going to move back, breathing in. When the arms are up, we shift the weight, feet together, nice and soft, breathing out. Okay, so the body is that little bit stretched now. That helps with movement of the diaphragm, everything opening, breathing better. And so our last movement, the focus is on sinking back eventually to lower dantian. So we have a lower dantian, this energy center in the belly here. We have a middle one in the center of the chest, and we have an upper one just kind of at 3rd eye point, if you like, okay? So what we want to do first of all is to focus on moving from upper to middle. We're going to do this with the feet together. We're going to take the hands and let them sweep up in front all the way to the forehead. So you end up almost with like the heel of the hand above the brow. Then, it's as though we're combing the hair, we're going to come around the head, keep the head in place, don't let it dip, all the way down, palms together at the center of the chest, and we draw the mind down to here, okay? So, if I face this way, you'll see we come out, breathing in, breathing out. Again, we don't move the neck. Neck stays in place so the head can stay upright. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So on the 4th one of those, we come through the center of the chest and let the arms relax. And then we let the arms come up and around, and it will be your left hand just above the center of the chest, first of all, palm over palm. And then we aim down through the body and onto the belly. Okay, again, shoulders are soft. So let's do that again. We breathe in as we come to the center of the chest, breathing out, sink. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And when we are finished, 4 of those, we bring our minds to rest in the belly. And again, just feel the breath. try to feel the diaphragm draw the breath into the belly. So of course the breath itself only comes to your lungs, but they say that the chi from the breath is drawn down into the belly, and that's what we want to try and do. So we're going to do the first exercise, Tai Chi breathing, to 2 counts of 8. And then this last exercise, returning to lower dantian, 2 counts of 8. All right, let's do this together, starting with feet together. Palms on the belly. Breathe. And relax. First exercise, Tai Chi breathing to your left. 1, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn to lower dantian. 1, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice deep breaths. Okay. Feels good to be back. That was lovely. That was very, very nice. Well, all that remains is for me to say again, thank you for joining me. Oh gosh, yes. And Happy New Year. Thank you, thank you. And please do take care out there. The weather is pretty rough at the moment, so look after yourself, stay as cozy as you can, keep moving nice and gently, and we shall see you next week. Do take hold of your left thumb, wrap the other hand around. Take care, guys. See you later.